What's up, everybody? It is the Being Mary Jane After Show, and we have a special guest for you, so stay tuned, because you don't want to miss it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh.
Yeah, slow down.
Come on, Johnny. Come on.
Yes, everybody, we are slowing it down on this episode. Hey.
Like the old school. All the way down.
Yes, let me get that note. Hello, everybody. Everybody, welcome back to the Being Mary Jane After Show.
Yes.
Dang, this brings me back to like 92.3 The Beat, like Theo days.
Yes.
You know, like, what's up? Don't blame me with Theo. But welcome. I am one of your hosts sitting on this wonderful panel. I am Howard III. First, before we get into that, I have to introduce our special guest, Miss Raven Goodwin. Hello.
Hi.
She plays Niecy, everybody.
I sure do. Hi, everybody.
Yes. Raven, where can they follow you on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff?
Twitter, Raven Goodwin, at Raven Goodwin, and Instagram, at Raven Goodwin as well.
Yes. Well, everybody, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that great stuff at Howard III. My beautiful co-host, my ladies over here.
Oh, me?
In that red dress.
In that red dress.
Come on.
I'm Fahnia Thomas. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everywhere at Fahnia Thomas. That's Fahnia.
And I am Alexandria Washington. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that good stuff at Allie the Pub.
Allie the Pub.
Yes.
Allie the Pub.
Yes.
Okay, everybody. So it is episode 6, season 4, Getting Home.
Yes. Yes.
Getting naked.
Oh.
Then getting home.
Getting home.
Are these titles, Raven?
We're just trying to get
somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, let's kick this off, Raven. What is it like being on a show that's just so powerful, so moving, so everything?
It's of course it's liberating, but at the same time it's very scary because you're telling these very difficult stories and you want them to be tastefully done, and you want the audience to learn something from it, and so it's definitely a huge responsibility, I feel, but I think that we accomplish it and we do it well.
Yes, you do.
You know, we work hard.
What do you think the biggest challenge for you has been, like, in the evolution? We talked a little bit earlier, all said about, like, your character and how it's kind of, like, taking a turn and evolving a little bit. How is that kind of just, like, getting into character and seeing it, like, shift like that?
It was definitely a different vibe. Shooting season 4, I was very focused. Not that I wasn't before. I'm always focused and professional. But I just really, like I said, I just really wanted to tell the story in good taste and not have, the viewers walking away feeling like we're exploiting the Black community in any type of way or anything like that. But these things happen. And, at 22, girls we're confrontational. We think we know everything. We want to fight. We want to, so I think, us telling that story with Niecy, making that mistake, is and actually having to face the consequences was pretty dope.
Because we talked about a lot last week was, I said, girls, you ain't never acted before in your life.
I was hiding watching that episode. I was hiding, but I was very happy.
Why were you hiding?
I always get, I actually, everything that I've done, I've only watched once, except for my first 2 movies. I've seen them a couple times, but everything that I've done, I watch once and I never watch again.
What?
I haven't even seen some episodes of Good Luck Charlie.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't see the scene at the end with the bicycle in the background?
I watch it. I watch it like this.
That was everything. You came through.
Thank you.
Like, you left it all on the floor.
Jesus.
Thank you.
I would say I would just watch that for some encouragement on my daily. You have no idea how much times I ran back that episode. We talked so much about it.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Thank you.
You get to that point as a woman, it's just like, I'm done. And you served it for everybody.
And I think this was a good arc to show Niecy's growth from,
Definitely.
From season 1.
Definitely, because, Niecy has naive moments, but she's not a naive girl. She's not stupid. And I think, you know, I saw the audience take that ride with her. Like when the episode first started out, they was like, "Oh, you stupid! Oh my God! Shut up! You suck!" And then as it progressed, it was like, "Okay, oh okay,
Yes, Niecy,
y'all fake, all y'all fake."
Yeah.
What's the feedback like on the streets? Because I know I was hollering at the screen. So when you actually run into those people on the street, do they holler at you?
Yes, they do. It's definitely a very, you know, homey, like, girl, don't be doing that to your auntie, my niece. It's very personable, and I like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people see me, they definitely show love, as if I'm a family member.
You are. Every Tuesday night. We'll
Child, because I was just gonna say that every time you watch the episode, you feel like that's your like distant cousin or something. You just like, oh, Niecy just can't get it together. She make me so sick.
Right.
Oh, you know,
Especially with her tweets.
We all need a cousin to judge. We all need.
Well,
that
you are
cousin
my
to
cousin.
judge.
That's true.
It's not a family without that one cousin.
Hello.
Well, let's get into a little bit of this episode tonight. So it was a good one. I mean,
was
like
good.
they always are.
Yes.
We open up with Mary Jane, you know, hitting.
Getting hit with a snowball.
Getting
That
hit
was
with a snowball.
hilarious.
On national television. How would y'all feel if y'all were on camera? You know, like most of our hosts were on camera. Next, you know, boom, we hit with something. Snowball,
I'm squaring
can.
up immediately. It's a wrap.
Hello?
Fired. I don't care. I'm fighting.
But she handles it with so much grace, and
She
I
does.
love the fact that Mary Jane is finally growing up too,
Yeah.
because you see that like maturity at its
Great. She told somebody off with
listen,
a hot mic.
let me tell
I
you
was like,
something.
Oh, that's the next tweet. That's the next Instagram
Between
scandal.
Mercedes coming at her with that extra clapback, she did a nice clapback, I feel like, for air to where it still flowed. But then to get hit with that snowball and just throw, all right, well, toss it back to you guys. All right, Rhonda, which one of y'all, you know? So you see that growth in her, because she could have just very well, SNC, that would have been a different Mary Jane
You know what?
reaction.
I'm telling you, if it was me,
Listen,
Yeah, child. So
they would have knew today.
okay.
we also find out that Mary Jane gets to go back to Atlanta and
Yes.
see, you know, her family, but she's
Come
also
home.
working. You know, she's going there for a little civil rights movement. So go ahead, Mary Jane. I'm happy to see you go back, and you know, they bring the family back in,
Right.
Because I like them as everybody. Mary Jane, the mother, the father, Niecy, everyone.
Yeah, we like to see her whole life, you know, because it's being Mary Jane.
Right.
But not every, you know, she's the successful woman, so of course she's not going to be with her family 24/7.
Nope.
That's true.
I was quietly scared about her going to Atlanta. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Y'all, I didn't know if y'all was gonna be with I didn't know what y'all was gonna be with. And I was like, if she gets back to
Stop
Atlanta and it's like back to square one, she can't afford to go back and be getting distracted trying to fix everything. And I was like, Lord, this is gonna be the test. I just knew it.
It was a good trip.
And that's what
But
she
it
said.
was.
She mentioned that she had some apprehension about falling into old habits of, you know, meddling
Trying to save
and getting
everybody and
everybody.
meddling.
Which there was doses of it, but I think it wasn't a whole tablespoon. It was just a teaspoon.
It was healthy.
Right.
It was healthy.
I
Her
definitely was
dynamic with
nervous.
her family before is pretty unideal and unhealthy. But I think coming home, everybody, you know, growing in a way, she's growing in a way, I think that they're growing together as a family and they don't even really recognize it.
Agreed, because Patrick is growing too.
He is. My daddy doing good. My daddy doing
Yes,
good.
your little speech in the kitchen last week with him,
Oh,
your little
yeah.
conversation
scene.
when he was like, "Trust your gut."
That's
cute
such a
scene.
daddy
That was real.
talk. That was
And I
real
love to
talk.
see that daddy-daughter dynamic on the show as
Yeah.
well.
You need that.
Sweet stuff. Sweet stuff.
And we also see that Niecy over here is having some problems with Travion, biting in school. His little self. You know, she's trying to figure out what's going on with Travion. Why is he biting? The nightmares, the what happened, you know, of course, to you getting electrocuted. Well, not electrocuted, but
Tased.
tased.
Damn near how Niecy was on that ground. Girl, you was
Yeah, and I think what the show was trying to highlight was the fact that when something traumatic happens, things like PTSD and things like that
Absolutely.
are very real. And, you know, sometimes in the Black community, we don't deal with it in, you know, through therapy or other ways. We do church, or we just you be alright.
Chalk it
Right.
up.
Or we
That's
just
it.
bury it.
Or we
and
just
don't
bury
discuss it at all.
And we don't discuss it. So I thought that was cool too, you know, her telling me that, you know, she'll pay for therapy and me accepting it.
I thought that was growth, because even though Lee introduced it and Mary Jane was like, no, black people don't do that, and she said, even she mentioned that, you know, the mom would be like, we just pray it out.
Go to Sunday school.
Exactly. I think that was real growth, and that's something that a lot of us deal with, not wanting to be labeled with mental illness. People feel like that's something bad, but if you're getting help for it, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, because they're so quick to write us off, and that's, you know, that's what that was. And it's funny because I was sitting and watching the episode with my sister, and last week I was just like, I was going through so much stuff, and I was like, I want to go see somebody just to talk to somebody that's not biased, like somebody that doesn't know what I got going on, whatever. And honestly, that crap is relaxing.
Yeah.
Well, you can just sit and get off to somebody, like, you know, and it's definitely needed, because we do shame it off, like, and that sucks.
And the fact that she was like, she didn't want to be considered a failure.
Yeah.
That was really touching.
Yeah, I mean, she's 22 with 2 kids, and, you know, every day something or someone makes her feel like she's failing.
Right.
And I think, you know, she wants her kids to live a better life than she did, but she kind of doesn't know how to get out of that rut, but she's figuring it out. She's figuring it out.
Learning opportunities. It's all learning opportunities. And I love the tweet about if his name had been, what was it, Trevor and not
Trevor
Travion.
and not Travion, he wouldn't have got kicked out of school.
And that's why Beyonce liked it too. So
I mean, has Beyonce ever liked? Has she ever liked it, like in real life?
Beyonce doesn't know I exist yet. So
what if she sits up and watch Mary Jane right now? What would you tell her?
Hi, Mom. No, I'm kidding. And respect. She's a dope woman, and she's accomplished a lot in a very what can be ugly industry, and she's made it beautiful, and she's done a beautiful job, and it's been positive, and it's been dope, and it's been, you know, I love Beyonce.
See, that's why she's a Mary Jane fan.
Oh, you be putting bugs in people's Instagram comments.
That's me.
I am
That's
the
literally
bee.
me.
Okay. Lord Jesus.
I love Beyonce.
We move on to Lee pretty much doing a pop-up on Mary Jane in Atlanta. He said his agent, yes, he's
I thought
a
about
stalker.
you and Megan.
Me too.
I said, I told my sister, I said, P, as soon as I get there, I said, and we talk about this, I'm just going to be quiet, because they going to say, what I tell you, girl.
I know. That's I
He's
thought
a
about
creep.
it.
I told you he's a creeper.
He's not a creep.
That's what she said.
He was there for a
Listen,
job.
women, we want to be swept off of our feet.
And he swept me.
He was there for a
That
job.
is a part of the sweet. He was there for her. He showed up.
He had me at episode 1.
He showed up. That was him showing up. Hey, I want to meet your family. Hey, this is an extra step for us to take. Now, it could have went, you know, left if she didn't, if she wanted her space, but she didn't, and she was happy to see him.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay, so I will slightly retract some. Well, and yes, episode 1 when you're popping up at my job, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That stands, and I will say I did
But
write
it's persistent.
down. Well,
Thank you.
But it's still new. I did write down pops up again, like, but then
Little,
towards the end,
little baby Fahnia bubbles. How does he know where Mary Jane even lives?
I was thinking that
just
too, though.
popping up on the door, and while she's saying I don't like surprises, ding dong. Okay, yes, in real life I would love that. I would die for it.
I would
Especially
die.
because now at the end,
I would feel very
it's
special.
because he loves her.
Yeah.
So I put a little smiley face. He's winning me over.
Yeah.
Oh, so is he at a creep status, or?
He's out of the creep lane.
Okay.
Cause it's time. It takes time. You just
taking
take
the
Is he
one.
stride.
straddling the line,
efforts.
or is he over it?
He's in the middle, so like it's 3 lanes. He's in the middle lane.
Well, Megan, listen, Megan, when you watch this episode, running it back next week, you got to pick a side.
Exactly. I thought it was still a little dangerous though, because if I'm not inviting you to my parents' house, how do you know that she wanted him to meet the parents and meet the
Like
family?
that she was ready for that?
Yeah.
I thought about that too, but then I thought,
I
Mary
think
Jane wanna be
because
in
she's
love.
such a complex woman, and he knows how complex she is, he's like, let me just take the initiative. Let me just. I'm
Be the
taking a
man.
risk. He might know
Right.
that he's taking a risk, but he's doing it and he's showing up, and she's loving it. She's not complaining.
That's true. Ooh.
Almost.
They went to the little drive-in.
Right? So who has ever? Have you ever at the drive-in?
No.
The movie theater? Okay.
I've never been to a drive-in.
Yeah, I went in Arkansas.
So is that a yes?
No, I haven't been to. I've been, but I haven't did all
I thought that was so cute. 'Cause
romantic.
Yeah, points. He gets points all day. That's where she lost her virginity. Like, points all day.
In the pickup truck,
cute.
in the back of the pickup truck.
It's just classic.
All they had to do was put poetic justice on in the back, and it would have been done.
That's it. That's all.
Beautiful moments.
Beautiful moments. I am loving them as a couple. Can we move into the when they decide they want to get a little freaky, do a little texting late night? Because Mrs. Mama Helen said you two will not sleep in the same room under my house.
Why you not supposed to get freaky with your mom under the same roof? Because moms can walk in
At any time.
Exactly. But the mom had a rule. She said you guys will not be in the same room under my house.
She old school.
Hello, and that's been since Pauletta was a youngin', all right? And Pauletta thought she was grown.
That's why she had to go to the drive-in. Helen wasn't having it.
Child.
I was like, I said, oh my God.
Exactly.
He was just so comfortable, so quick. Like, he was bucket naked. Like,
Yeah.
maybe like,
Yeah.
like, why did she come in there?
Exactly.
N-E-K-K-I-D.
Right.
I know.
His member on the family pillow. Like, wait a minute.
I don't like it.
There's still a little bit of like suspense and like when you're in your parents' home about to have sex, like it's still a little like nervous and you're on edge, but he got comfortable real quick.
He got comfortable
He
with
was at home.
with his briefs off.
Yes. And I like how she
With
said
his 22 centimeters.
I
When it just
said 9
me,
inches, 22 centimeters.
I'm like, what is... What? 20, how many inches is it?
In inches.
I love that. And I love when mom was like, I'll snip it, do it again.
Exactly.
Girl, they look like little kids in that moment. I thought that was
It was really cute. They were sitting side by
Yes.
side.
like,
Caught.
oh, you did it. No, you didn't. It was so cute.
Really cute.
Set them down side by side.
Yep.
So let's move on to them actually getting to this event now. We finally see the reason Mary Jane is there. She's here at this event. She's there with, what was his name again? The judge. Judge McAllister?
McAllister.
McAllister.
Yes, there you go.
Judge McAllister, he's there for the civil rights movement. Mary Jane sees some of her old friends, Vlad, and some other people from the state.
Friends, co-workers.
Yeah.
Those are
Associates.
They're associates.
Some
They not her
associates.
friend.
Yeah, because they were throwing shade. But Vlad,
Ugh.
can we talk about him one moment?
If we
Why
must.
the shade with Vlad and them?
But you know what? I don't like his character in anything he plays.
I don't like.
It's just like
no man
Yeah.
that's jealous of a woman.
Yeah.
Period.
Thank you. Especially when it's black on black. We always talk about black girls against black girls, but this was like unnecessary.
And then it was so
It was
known.
some punk stuff, you acting like a punk.
And he took it to a whole nother level with
Yeah.
the tongue licking, and then if I had tits, like
Back up.
he
back
was
up.
so out of pocket, so unprofessional
That's why
for
I got
him
beat
to
up.
be like, exactly.
And then was trying to stun on Mary Jane too. What was the line he said when they were talking at first? They were asking her how Great Day USA was, and he was like, yeah, and this hasn't been said yet, but I finally made it to that anchor chair. I know you're probably upset that it wasn't you
Like,
first.
really?
I'm like, wait a minute,
Like,
wait.
dude,
Shade.
what's wrong with you?
Why are you competing with Mary Jane, bro?
Why are you competing with a woman? Just do your job. Be happy.
Be Vlad.
Be Vlad.
No.
Be Vlad.
But I do like how Lee helped her outwit him.
Super sexy. Super
Love
fun.
that.
Partner in crime.
Love
Bonnie
that.
and Clyde.
And even after that, when Lee distracted him and he went away, she still outwitted him because she went to the wife. She went to the real boss.
Yeah.
Which Vlad wasn't even in his radar.
At all.
So I just
I love
Vlad.
Mary Jane.
I love that.
All day.
That's how it's supposed to be done, you know?
I wonder, so has that happened to you guys where you had to outsmart another former co-worker or current co-worker where you tried to go through the back door because they were throwing so much shade on you,
It'd be like that
trying to
sometimes.
block your blessing pretty much?
It'd be like that.
Can't nobody block my blessings.
Yeah.
I
In the
say
name
what's for me is for
of
me.
Jesus.
Come on. in the room.
I think like maybe from a standpoint of being a reporter and wanting to have like the exclusive or something that's enterprising and new, you might have to think of another way to ask the same question that you've been asking,
all
10
down
times,
the carpet.
like in that aspect, yes, but to like try to undermine somebody and be evil and malicious, no.
Not that deep.
Like I don't have time for that. Like you can have it. As far as I'm concerned, like have it.
Yeah. I agree.
You can't never switch up who you are. You always got to be true to
You
yourself.
gotta be true to yourself. Because when the dust settles,
Charlie,
you gotta
when
be
go to
happy
sleep
with
at night,
you.
you got to listen.
Okay. Okay.
And in this episode, we didn't see too much of Cara. We didn't see her. We saw a little bit of her and her husband, not her husband, sorry, her and her son. Her son who was clearly
He out
doing
there.
sex.
He out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a teenage boy.
And he got plenty of business, his business is a 16-year-old
60-year-old
with
girl
braces.
with braces. I thought that was a cute line.
That was so
pretty
cute.
dope.
It was.
It was so cute.
He's like, listen.
And I'm glad we finally got to see them, and now we know where they are. Like they're in Atlanta. It was good to see them. I'm glad she gets to go home and do those kind of things and still be with her sons.
Right.
And I love that it's more than just safe sex. It's also let's not have any babies.
Yeah.
Like it's deeper than that.
She's like, it ain't about the birds and the bees. It's about, don't be bringing home no kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Like niece.
Even though he did get a little flip with that comment about her mom's boyfriend. What's his name?
Orlando. Oh, yeah.
That one tried it.
He was aiming for a pop in the mouth now.
But see, it's so sucky because you got to think real life in situations like these where the mom is not present and a parent period isn't present, and then you pop up trying to overparent because you're not there. Like, you got to expect a little slight every once in a while.
Something.
I ain't saying it's right, but
Right.
you got to see it coming at some point.
Sassy kids.
Welcome to 2017.
Lord. My nephew is 7, and he has a rebuttal for everything.
Child.
Oh, I'm sure at that age they know everything. Of course. But isn't it kind of funny though? Some of it.
It's adorable. I'm obsessed with him, but we argue all the time. We fight. We fight.
What does he say about
Charles, I
Niecy?
love you.
Does he?
He just goes, that's Auntie on TV. That's all he says. He doesn't really follow the story. He's not like, ooh, Mary Jane. He's just like, Auntie's on TV. And just smiles and goes to sleep.
What's his name?
His name is Charles Jr. I love you, little Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Hey,
And my other
Charles.
nephew, Chance. Hi, baby.
Charles Chance.
They're cute.
What does your other family members think about like this whole journey?
They love Big Mary Jane. And of course, they're proud of me. They support me, all that good stuff. They watch the show every week, and they text my mom all day. Like, oh, girl, the part went, and they have their commentary about it. So my sister loves the show. Yeah, I have a good support system, and they're happy. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
So we also see after the event that Mary Jane and Lee get a little bit of alone time, in the dark, where it's, they can't really see each other. And Lee says, I just really came to meet your family. Like, that's the whole reason why the agent booked me out here. And he wanted to know all the things that Vlad was saying out of line about Mary Jane. Talking about, I guess the mess with the nice tits or something like that. Throwing that real shade, and Lee finally threw down and said, listen, bro, you ain't doing this to my woman. Not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. I'm coming for you. So I love how they actually got a moment, and in that moment she said, I love you. But she meant it.
Child, when a man come to your defense like how he did, child, you can't not.
Yeah, she apologized to him. They communicated about it, and on to the next level. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Goals, that's how it's supposed to be.
So it brings you closer together.
That was good. It was a good moment.
Definitely.
I like how he defended her.
Oh yeah, he wasn't playing about them
better
hands
defend
either.
me.
Because remember now, a couple episodes back, there was some question because he crossed his
crossed his legs.
And love tea.
And
Love
loves
tea.
tea. So he's
I was like, Mary Jane, the man is from England. Cut him a break.
Exactly.
he saved himself. So he has both sides, which I think every girl kind of wants.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't have a cup of tea with me, or like a glass of like Malbec or Pinot Noir, like I don't know if I can do it. We got to be well rounded. We got to be
That's
able to
true.
do the, you know, the whiskey shots and, you know, the glass of wine. We got to be able to go to the chicken spot and go to the 5-star
it's
restaurant.
classy ratchet.
You know, it's classy ratchet.
I got 4 words. Where he at though? Where he at though? Where he at?
Oh my
That's
God.
all I got. Where he at though? Where is he? Where is he?
He's here. He's here. He's
Somewhere.
in the atmosphere. He's somewhere.
God preparing him. I'm just waiting. Just
Do you
waiting.
think a man crossing his legs is just too much Metro? Because last
No,
week,
I see
2 weeks
classic
ago.
men do
2
it.
weeks ago.
I see, you know,
3 weeks out.
men like Richard Roundtree will. He crawl league. He crossed his legs. I've seen men like just cross it over. You know what I'm saying? At the ankle.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind it. It's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, what you think?
I didn't say it was a deal breaker. Did I say it was a deal breaker? No. I'm a woman. I'm allowed to change my mind at any moment. But I don't think I said it was a deal breaker.
Listen, my
I just
thigh's too
wondered-
big to cross my legs. So if you can do it, baby, go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Cross your legs for the butt.
I was wondering, when did they learn it? Like, when do males learn how to sit like a male? That was my question, if I'm not
That's a
mistaken.
good question. I
Like,
just
that's all.
their mannerisms just with how to go.
When you learn how to sit like a man? When you gonna learn how to sit like a man?
Does that answer your question, Helen?
Ain't nobody told you how to sit down
Like a man?
like a man. That's so funny. I love that.
Crazy.
No, I don't mind. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man. So we move on back to the house where we find out that Miss Helen used to be in a little singing group.
Come on, Shug.
Yes, that's what I thought too. I was like, should they try to try it? You know,
It's
just
about
put it
time.
back in.
I mean, you gotta put when Miss Avery's in the room, you gotta put her voice on the track.
Yep.
Always.
And a beautiful one at that. She was a blues singer, and she was
Fabulous.
touring with a man named
Red.
Red.
Yeah.
I
Red
wonder
Taylor.
why
Red
she
Turner.
didn't. She said,
Turner.
"Don't tell the kids."
I guess because Mary Jane was home and she didn't want to ruin the vibe. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
I'm
what I
thinking.
figured
Yeah.
too. Because she made mention, and she was just like, you know, we just want to enjoy Pauletta being
Yeah,
home.
enjoy her being home. She's in Atlanta, no drama.
But
Let's
for a
just-
minute, I didn't know who Red, because all she said was Red.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if Red's like one of those women at the little group or something like that. I didn't think it was a, you know,
Gotcha.
it was a
Yeah.
guy either. Said it was a
Old
good
friend.
friend too, a good old friend. I was like, wonder
Yes,
what that
indeed.
is.
But it was a great message because she was like, Mary Jane, you can have it all. You can have your career, you can have your man, you can have some kids. Back in her time, she thought she couldn't have it all. Miss Helen, she
Had
said,
to
I
pick
need to
one.
only have, a husband or my career. I think it's a great modern day time. I mean, in this
Yes.
times now, women
Women are
can
doing it.
have it all.
They're doing
Right.
it.
And I think that's why she was really so hard on Mary Jane, looking back on all these seasons, like about her going and doing and watching all of her shows. And if you watch, she's like overly involved in everything that Mary Jane does, like super duper supportive with her on air. And I think now it kind of ties in together.
Yes.
Definitely.
So
I was confused about the egg carton comment and the empty egg carton and cracked. Was she saying that Mary Jane can't have kids anymore?
Yeah, she was. That's what she was implying.
She said,
for
hey,
sure.
you're
She
40
said, if
years
you do
old.
have eggs, they cracked. What?
Okay, that's what okay.
Yeah.
that's that Southern Mama thing.
Yeah, that's.
It's old school.
I thought that was
It was overboard.
It was harsh.
yeah.
Shady. It was definitely a shady comment
'Cause
to
it's-
make for a woman who was trying to have a baby a year ago. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
like she really wanted to do that, and also coming off of you can have it all. Well, then she could have a kid too if she wanted.
And then her parents know about the previous situation where she had about the baby too. You know, so with David, so it's kind of touchy.
Yeah, it's touchy. It was a touchy comment, but Mary Jane took it well.
She did.
Took it
Growth,
well.
growth.
Yeah, Mary Jane. You think she's gonna have kids with Lee? Because I mean, I know they're in the little honeymoon, like
Ooh, are
puppy
we at-
love.
are
He
we
already has
predictions?
kids. We have
I-
to consider that too.
That was a good bonding moment between Lee and Niecy with the kids, and she was
She
like,
softened up on him when she
she
found out.
said she did soften up because she sat down like, you cannot relate to me, you don't
Right.
know me, and he was
Right.
like, actually we have a lot more in common than you actually think. His kid has been kicked out, and I like that he helped her with the tweet to be
It was
humorous,
cute.
like, because
Very
that's
cute.
something that she's into. She's into tweeting. He's a comedian. He can make funny tweets. So I really like that Because at first when he came in and sat down at the table,
Wasn't having it.
Nope.
Child, no.
Wasn't
I
having
told you
it.
I was mad at you.
She can't end up with any old riffraff.
I was like, ooh, she is serving it to him. God, give Lee a break. He's
Nope.
new.
No.
No.
Pass the test.
Damn it, Niecy. And then even when when Mary Jane came in, was like, what was you and Niecy talking about? He was, or how I look, and he was like, if Niecy was here, Niecy would be like, damn, girl. I was like, yes. So it's cute that he has those like little ties in with the family.
Yeah, and I like
everybody's
how
her.
he's trying to adapt to our culture and really,
Your daddy liked him too.
yeah.
You know that bonding moment over the hog head cheese? That was good. And the story of, I know.
Have you had it before?
No, ma'am.
Oh, that's a real thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
didn't hear the
have
story
you-
about how it happened?
Have you had it
Just thought
before?
No. Yeah. I had
I
a
know if you got
chitlin
it
before and I was
Yeah,
done.
it's chitlins.
I liked how they were in the kitchen and the dad was explaining to Lee how and why the cheese is so important and where it comes from and the background and the
Oh,
history
okay.
of
Beautiful
that.
scene.
It's not lost on me. It's Black History Month. I love the little factoids. Thank you.
Big Mary Jane's always good with that. We always got some facts up in there.
Yep.
Facts.
A little bit of history.
Hashtag facts.
That was good stuff. I was like, oh damn, that's why I love this show.
Yeah.
Oh, it look nasty.
It really is. I haven't had it, but
No, thank you.
It is
No,
gross.
thank you. Just no.
It's
Okay.
like jiggly and
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Did you guys have it? Was it real?
Yeah. It
Oh,
was
so it's
real.
really. Oh, okay.
And you didn't try it at all? I know you. I would have done at least one.
Did
for me to
anybody
make.
try it besides? Did Lee really eat it?
No, that was like a fruit gelatin.
you tricked us.
We
Thought you was a
We
southern
tricked you
OG.
guys. No.
Dang,
Interesting.
It's a lot of
it looks
mystery
disgusting.
meat in that little jiggly igloo.
But all the history
Yumminess.
just made me want to take like just a little, No.
I'm good.
Raven, it's a lot of people that sweated and
listen.
put their hard work into.
Listen,
Listen,
I appreciate
Your
the pig.
ancestors.
I appreciate the
Okay.
pig now, but I think I'm just good.
Okay.
It just doesn't agree with me and my body.
Fahnia, it's a
okay.
lot of
To
people
each
that
their
work
own.
hard for that.
Yeah.
No?
To each their own. Time for predictions.
Oh, man.
Y'all too much.
Who wants to kick it out? Allie?
Huh?
Who we?
Allie, you got some?
Ooh.
What you got, girl?
So, ooh we.
I'll go. This is what
Go
I. This
ahead.
is what I got for you guys. I have two.
All right.
Okay.
This all in the
Rhonda-
same episode? Okay.
Rhonda's going to get the McAllister interview.
Ooh.
Okay. And the Red Turner situation with Mama Helen, something deeper. There's something deeper there. I think like maybe he's one of the baby daddies. Not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I knew Patrick did look like
I was joking. I'm just kidding. Okay, that's what I got.
That's a good one.
Those are good ones.
I figured with the interview, I didn't think Rhonda. That was a good prediction though. I figured
Great
that Vlad was gonna end up getting it. And we were gonna see a little bit more of his character for some odd reason. Because I feel like he's gonna come back up. Because I feel like when he was talking to Lee, it ran a little bit deeper in Lee. Although they talked about it and communicated with it, I feel like it ran a little bit deeper. It looked like it cut him a little deeper. I think he's gonna bring it back up, and we're gonna find out a little bit about because Vlad's never came up. So we're gonna Vlad. There's
possible.
another storyline to that.
With that Vlad.
Yeah.
That Vlad.
Okay.
And something crazy is gonna happen with Kara and Orlando next episode. Cause they was off this week. I don't know.
Just about to say that because you know
They was
Kara's my
off.
girl.
Yeah, they
Kara,
was
my
off
girl.
this
What's
week.
your
So-
prediction?
Teach him a few things.
That's mine for Kara. She's going to. I still see the kids acting out more, even though she came home and visited. The kids, they're gonna act out a little bit more. I think she is finally going to get her Emmy. I mean, I keep saying it
Okay.
because she's now in the
deserves
boys
it.
club. And then I see her in Orlando, maybe even getting engaged.
Oh.
I see
You
a
want them to
ring.
blossom,
Yes.
honey.
Okay.
I see a ring.
Season.
He young too, so he may be ready to go.
Ain't nothing wrong.
So, what's your prediction without giving anything away, or just what you would like to see, or just anything.
I predict that Niecy becomes the next Oprah.
Well, by the way, she tweeting. I don't know. That's
She done ruined that already.
the only thing she got on her side is Beyonce right now.
Listen.
I love it.
Listen, hopefully you get to see all of the characters, figure it out. I ain't saying nothing.
So Niecy's gonna find love, maybe.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean,
She needs to focus on
Thank you,
herself.
Steve.
She needs to focus on herself.
That was great.
She needs to focus on
I was
herself
like, what was that?
and figure a career out and focus on her kids. That's what I want for her.
Well,
Yes.
she's doing a good job at it so far.
And get her money back up because she had to get that off.
But let me tell you about Niecy's weave game real fast. Child, the hair's laid a slave for Jesus.
How did you feel about her having to give the money back? Did you feel like that was righteous?
Yes.
Okay.
You broke a non-disclosure agreement with
Okay.
the police.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What do you
Not so good.
expect?
And then you talked about him too.
And then talk, girl.
They can kiss the blackest part of mine. I said, oh shoot.
Just went in, and it's like sometimes you have to just suck it up, and you
Right.
gotta take it, and you gotta take responsibility. Ain't nobody tell you to be fighting in the club. You coulda, just let her keep on walking
Right.
by and let her say what she had to say. But sometimes it's hard, and I know that personally, that it is
Yep.
hard to avoid somebody who's trying you.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're from where I'm from, and from where Niecy's from.
You think Jill Scott is coming back?
She needs to. I want my mama back.
I
Me and
think
Jill
so,
Scott
too.
had great chemistry on screen. Like, we really vibed, and she's super, super an amazing actress. She, she has an eye for directing. She's dope. I would love to work for her again.
How is it working with Gabrielle? She seems really like laid back and fun. I
Gab's
watch her on
amazing.
Snapchat when she's looking like taping and
Yeah,
stuff. What
Gab-
have you learned from her?
I mean, everything, just timing. I'm very observant when I'm on set, so I get I get quiet some days, and I just sit back and I'm like, wow, I'm really working with, legends and amazing actors and actresses, and so working with Gabby, since for what is this 5 years, because we did the movie, we did the 4 seasons. It's been incredible and a dream come true. I was a little girl watching Bring It On, and you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of surreal sometimes, and Color Purple is one of our household favorite movies, and
Man.
Shaft, and it's crazy. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty dope. So, what do you have coming up that your fans could look out for? What's in the pipeline?
Well, I'm actually leaving in a couple hours. We're doing Big Mary Jane season 4B. We're gonna shoot some more episodes for season 4. And then I have a movie coming out in May. Well, it's just a little cameo I did in Amy Schumer's movie Snatched.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty funny.
She's funny.
It's quick. I'm in there. I'm in and out. But she was really cool. We shot in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii
Nice.
for a couple of days, and we had a ball. It was a really cool experience, and I'm super thankful that she thought of me, to do that role.
Of course she should. Okay, so you're leaving like literally in hours to go to Atlanta to film?
I get picked up at 5:45.
Wow.
Yep.
So what is that? What's that process like? You have like 5 more minutes.
Perfect. So they're bringing you go in for wardrobe, do the hair thing, try to figure that out, because Niecy switches it up, honey.
Yes.
And get to shooting March 1st, my first day shooting.
So do you know how much further ahead do you know as far as like what episode and like your lines and what's gonna happen?
I have the scripts, but I don't know what we're shooting in the order yet. But I'm always prepared. We always ready.
How long is like a day of shooting? Like when you're on set, are you there from exactly like 6 a.m.
It
to
just depends. It just depends. If you're on that call sheet like all day, you're there. Sometimes 12, 14, 16 hours.
I've seen
wow.
Gabrielle
shoot.
Snap for a long time.
Yeah, we've been there. We pull some all-nighters for sure.
What's one thing that I guess Niecy has brought out of you as a character? Like, being a character is totally different than being your own personal self. What has Niecy brought out of you in this process?
In this process, wow, that's a good question. You know, Niecy is something that I'm not. She's a mother. And at first I was like, I don't know how to be a mom. And you know, those natural instincts just kicked in, and I'm like, what would my mom say to me, or what, you know, does my sister say to her nephews? And you know, she's brought out that nurturing side of me, and you know, just you gotta be accountable for your stuff,
Right. Yep.
and that's for sure a lesson that Niecy has taught me, for sure. So, you know, I love Niecy. I got a lot of love for her. I love playing her. And I hope that she blossoms the way that I, you know, dream of.
She definitely will. She's
I want the
way.
best for her. She's
She
like a
will.
part of
She
me at this
comes-
point.
I mean, 5 years. She comes from a city family. She has to blossom.
Well, you
She
my
has
cousin.
to.
You got to get it together,
She doesn't
or
have a
else I'm be
choice.
talking about you
And
next
she has
week.
2 kids. I want her to get her own place. I want her to do some hair. I want her, you know, everything. Work with her mom, do something.
Yes. Alrighty, Miss Raven. Well, we appreciate you stopping by with us
I always have fun at
tonight.
AFTERBUZZ TV.
Love
Thank you so
it.
much.
Thanks for being on the plane and everything.
Right?
Well, everybody, that is our episode. You can also tweet us. Use the hashtag ABTV
Yep.
BMJ. We want to see your comments about, you know, Miss Raven coming in and today's episodes and all that great stuff. I am Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III.
I'm Fahnia Thomas. You can find me at all the same places.
I'm Raven Goodwin. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Raven Goodwin. Thank you so much for having me.
Indeed. Thank you for coming. And I'm Alexandria Washington. You can find me on Allie the Pub across all social media platforms.
Thanks everybody for watching Being Mary Jane. We love you guys.
Woo!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.